Hey guys. So these last few weeks have just been like kind of crazy. I've been like not feeling great. I've had lots of contractions and like times when my baby thought the baby was coming. I'm still not sure.
It's happening! It's happening!
My water has broke for all of my other babies. And so I really don't know what labor feels like to start, you know what I mean? Like, my labor's never started with just contractions. It's always been my water breaking. But for about like an hour and a half maybe, they've been like 4 to 6 minutes apart. And so we're gonna head to the hospital and see what they say. And we'll see if we're having a baby today, tonight, tomorrow. We'll see. Yeah. We're having a baby.
Yeah, did you know?
So with this baby being a girl, it's just funny how like everything seems to have been like different from like the start, you know. And it's just funny that I feel like that trend has like continued because obviously I am in labor and my water didn't break, which is just like so strange for me. I keep like feeling like it's like my first time because I'm like, I don't really know how long it's gonna take, or I don't really know like how this process works, or like when my water's supposed to break, and it's just really funny. Everything kind of feels new again. But yeah, I guess we're having a baby today because it's after midnight. So like I was 2 centimeters at my last appointment a few days ago. And when I got here, I was like a 3. And then she just checked me like maybe an hour ago and I was a 5. And then I got an epidural. So I feel good. And now we're just waiting for the baby.
Feel real good.
This is something like it might only be a few hours, and so I don't know, maybe we'll take a little nap.
Take a little nap, have a little baby.
A little baby. This feels so anticlimactic right now. Just kind of what I wanted, so.
Yeah.
But again, it's just like kind of funny because we had been like sort of planning like an induction for 39 weeks with my midwife. One, because we were just nervous how quick labor might happen, because if you saw like our vlog with our last baby, it was like so fast. Like my water broke and he was here in like an hour and 45 minutes, which is just insane. And so we didn't want the baby to come any quicker than that and then not be able to make it to the hospital. And so we were like hoping to have an induction. Our midwife was like, well, I don't know if you'll be like dilated enough, and like, yeah, we just kind of like were thinking the induction probably wasn't going to happen. And so it's just really interesting that like our original plan has kind of gone exactly like we thought it would, other than just my contraction starting instead of being induced, which is obviously way better for her to come on her own. Okay, so my contractions started at like 8 p.m. last night. We got here, and got all checked in and stuff. My face is all red. Anyway, I got an epidural at week 11, I think it was, 11-ish. And then they broke my water at 5 a.m. And at the time I was like 4.5. So what did I say? That was 5 a.m. It is 7:45, and they checked me about 20 minutes ago, and I was like a 6.5, so I hadn't done much since my water broke. Luckily, like, my contractions came back because I think the epidural kind of slowed my contractions down. And then once they broke my water, they like came back and they're pretty regular, but they're just like not super close together now, so. And they're still like kind of painful even like through the epidural, but it's not horrible. But what did I say? It's 7:45, and they just gave me a little bit of Pitocin just to see if they could get my contractions
rolling again.
a little closer. Oh man, I'm just ready to have a baby. So.
We did it. She did it. I just said keep breathing.
Man, so we wanted to pick up the camera, and I almost mentioned it to Mac like mid transition, basically. No. But we just were like caught up in the moment. Didn't necessarily want to pick up the camera, so we figured we would just like continue where we left off with our birth story. So I think where we left off, I had just gotten like Pitocin around like 7 something. My mom ended up having to leave because she had to go just like get the boys up. They were with my brother. She was just gonna like get them situated for the day and then come back and hopefully be able to see the baby be born. Once they gave me Pitocin, it started like working really quickly. Basically, it like got my contractions like super normal, not super like strong or close together like at first, but like it just, I don't know, things just happened super fast after that.
It got them back in line because they started to space out, and it got them, you know, back 4 minutes apart like they were.
And so I did that for a bit, and then I ended up being like a 6.5. And then they decided to give me like the next level of Pitocin, and then some things like picked up like even more, like they were coming like 2 minutes apart, and then I was like, I need to have this baby. I feel like she's coming out. And she told me I was like a 6.5, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Like,
yeah, that's when I was like, oh man, it's gonna be ridiculous.
Yeah. Luckily only like what, like 20 minutes maybe went by. Mac texted my mom and was like,
well, I was texting her with updates because it was the midwife would check, and then she was a 7, and then I would text Bonnie, she's a 7, and then she's an 8, no, she's an 8, and then I texted Bonnie like, whatever you're doing, just hand it back over to Kim's brother, and then, you know, get to the hospital. And she says she left pretty soon after that, but it seemed
that was when I was an 8.5.
Yeah, it seemed like after I sent that text, maybe I don't know,
5
2
or
to
10
5
minutes.
minutes later,
Yeah.
her midwife was like, "All right, well, you're ready to push if you," and I was like, "Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, 2 to 5 minutes?"
Yeah,
I just sent the text saying
2
that she was
centimeters,
an 8.5.
in like a few minutes, and it was just crazy. And,
Mm-hmm.
but then it was like, it was weird. I don't know if it was just because I was like at the end, and you know, like our last baby, and I was just like, I don't think I can push her out right now. Like I was like able to talk, and like I don't know, when like the whole last few hours it was just like, you know, breathing
You
and
couldn't do
crying
anything, and then there
not
was like
doing
a
anything.
5-minute span where she was just like, "Well,
Well, let's
how's it
wait.
going, guys?
Let's
What's-
wait for like an urge to push, and
I'm
I
not
kind
having
of
any-
didn't at first. But
not having any contractions, so
it was,
I guess
it
we're
was
just gonna
so
hang out."
strange, yeah. I
Yeah.
think she was just like waiting to come out or something,
Yeah.
because like, yeah. Then my midwife like just helped me push, and I think I pushed her out in like 2 pushes, 2.5 maybe.
2.5, yeah.
And then she asked me to like reach down, and I grabbed her and pulled her out basically, which was really special. I might have to like, I don't know if we'll do it in this story, but like I just feel like I have to tell more to the story of how, I don't know, it just felt really special, because it was so, even though like the steps of the whole labor process were way different than like with Josiah, there was just like a lot that was really different and redeeming.
And also similar.
Yeah. Anyway, but so I was able to like pull her out, and obviously like the first thing on my mind weeks and weeks ago was like, the second she comes out, I need someone to tell me if she's actually a girl.
Midwife checked, saw it was a girl. I saw it was a girl. Kim
Yeah.
saw
I was like,
it was a girl, and then she waited like 2 minutes. She was like, "Wait a second, I just got double checked." And then she checked again.
oh man.
Still didn't believe, even though she was here.
It's just crazy. But she's here, and she's perfect. She had some trouble like adjusting her, like stabilizing her temperature. It kept kind of dropping, but her like blood sugars were okay, and she was able to get her temp back up. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah.
And we have a baby.
Yeah.
We will share more about her and like her name in the next video. It's just so funny because like, so today's Monday, and I had planned, because like last night, just like kind of getting ready for bed, I was like, okay, well tomorrow I'm going to make those last 2 videos that I wanted to make before the baby comes on Monday. And of course, so I didn't get to do our like clothing haul and like what's in my diaper bag.
What
it was
is-
just funny because the baby came, and then I was, well, guess I can't do the videos. I mean, I could still do them, but I wanted to have them out before she came, so.
What is funny though is that our kids were born on a Friday, a Saturday, a Sunday, a Monday, and a Tuesday.
And in like
Crazy.
imperfect like oldest to youngest order, if the last 2 are such, because Sawyer
Yeah.
was born on a Tuesday and baby
And
girl was
she's-
born on Monday. It's just so crazy.
It's weird.
Very. So the hospital gave us like a little celebration dinner, and so we're just drinking some cider and talking about, I don't know, this morning, because it was just a whirlwind, and I can't believe it was only like, I don't know, a few hours ago.
12 hours ago.
Yeah.
Not even. Wait. Yeah.
It just has been one crazy day, and I can't wait to get more into it, because like I said, there's like some really special parts of the story that, yeah, were just fun and unexpected, and yeah. That was her birthday, our birth story. She is 7 pounds, 7 ounces, and she was born today, March 15th at 8:44. I have no idea how long she was. I don't know if anyone ever told me.
20 and a half.
Jeez. Okay.
Yeah.
She's starting to wake up.
Shh.